Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors, man. This team, they look nothing like the team from last year. You have the Jordan Poole situation with Draymond Green. That was lingering. You have the recent situation where Draymond Green got mad at Jordan Poole for not passing him the ball, threw a tantrum and didn't get back on defense. So you had that situation. And the Warriors are just not the same team. Steph Curry just came back from injury, and while he was out, Klay Thompson and Jordan Poole was holding it down. They were actually winning games, and they had a little chemistry going, and then Steph Curry came back, and it's been downhill ever since. He had a 40-point game, and they still lost. It didn't matter. And that's the thing. When Jordan Poole is rolling, Klay Thompson is rolling, don't throw Steph back in the mix. You disrupt the entire situation. The best bet is to have him come off the bench, basically. Have Steph come off the bench and slowly integrate him back into the system and what you got going on. I get it. It's Steph Curry. He's the man, and you're trying to put him back in the offense. But at times, that's going to disrupt the entire situation and what they got going on. And the team just haven't been the same team from last season. They're terrible on the road. I think they're 7-26 on the road. So they can't seem to win games on the road. They're fine at home, but on the road, they're just not good. And in the playoff, you're going to have to win some road games. If you're trying to win it all, you're going to have to win some road games in the playoff. And the Golden State Warriors right now is just not playing good basketball. They were doing okay once again prior to Steph coming back. And he came back, and ever since, they've just been losing. They're on a 3-game losing streak. They're now 7th in the West. They climbed all the way up to the 5th seed and lost 2 games straight. And now they're in the 7th spot. It's just not looking good for the future, man. And you have that situation with Draymond Green and Jordan Poole, and that's toxic. So they had the situation. Draymond Green violated Jordan Poole. That was early last year. They got past that. And then Draymond recently threw a tantrum because Poole didn't pass him the basketball, and he went crazy. And he didn't get back on defense. They lost that game. This is the last run. I mean, Draymond is going to be gone after this season. I'm certain Draymond is out of here after this season because, they paid Wiggins. Poole got his $140 million contract. Draymond wanted an extension, but they didn't pay him. They're not going to pay an older Draymond a ton of money to do what? At the end of the season, Draymond is more than likely gone. And it's the end of an era, basically. They had a great run together. Poole is basically the future. I mean, that's what they're grooming him for. They're grooming Poole for the future. And he's a pretty good player. To me, not a superstar. He has star potential. Possibly superstar, but I'll say more so star, like the second guy on a great team, the number 2. I mean, I could be wrong. He might have a higher ceiling than that, but for me, I see Poole as a number 2. That's as far as I see him, like potential-wise, but he's a pretty solid young player and still developing, still ascending. The Warriors have a dismal 7-26 away record. They just can't seem to win games on the road. They just can't find a way to win games on the road, close games, and it's terrible. Their away record is abysmal. They can't seem to operate on the road. This has been going on all season, the entire season. A 7-26 record on the road, that is terrible. Especially leading into the playoff where you're going to play road games. It's not like you're in the top seeds, so you're going to play a lot of road games. If you can't win road games in the playoff, you're not going to win a title. You got to be able to go to somebody else's house and steal a game or 2. That's just what it is. So this is what Steph Curry had to say. We've had a revolving door of rotations and availability. We didn't get off to a good start, and then we went winless on our first 9. It's just been a season where we haven't been able to put together 48 minutes defensively and offensively on the road. This season for the Warriors have been a nightmare. Steph Curry is, injured. He got injured twice, 2 separate occasions. The issue with Draymond Green and Poole, which resurfaced somewhat. Yeah, and the recent issue, Draymond Green getting upset because Poole didn't pass him the basketball. I mean, don't get me wrong. The Warriors are still in playoff contentions. So they're still in the mix of things, but if you go off the entire season and what's been going on, I mean, they still have a chance to win it all. I mean, it is the Warriors, end of the day. This is a championship team. They have championship pedigree, so we know they always have a chance. Look at last year. No one saw the Warriors winning it all last year. No one did. I didn't for sure. And they end up winning the entire thing. So this is a championship team. You can't count them out. And I'm not going to count them out, but based off what I've seen this entire season, I'll give them like a 15% chance because the West is better. The East is for sure better. It's just a dogfight. Last season, they barely got away because Ja Morant got hurt in Game 7. The Grizzlies would have defeated the Warriors last season if Ja Morant didn't go down. So they got a break last season, but this year, I don't think they're going to get any breaks. It's funny I'm saying Ja Morant went down and currently Ja Morant is not available because, you know, the whole gun controversy situation. I don't see the Warriors making it to the finals this season. There's a possibility, but things got to go in their favor. Like, you know, maybe a superstar get hurt in a series or this certain situation got to go in their favor. But if we have a healthy Suns, a healthy Clippers, a healthy Nuggets per se, I don't see the Warriors getting past those teams to make it to the finals. I'm not going to count them out, but their chances are slim. The West right now is pretty deep. Yeah, so the Warriors can't afford to lose any more games. They got to build momentum going into the postseason. And you don't want to be in the second plane because they were in the plane like 2 years ago. You don't want to be in another plane. In order to duck the plane, they need 5th or 6th seed. And it's a dogfight because you got the Clippers who's trying to also avoid the play-in. You got the Lakers. You got the Timberwolves. Man, so it's a dogfight. This year is really a dogfight. And the Warriors, in order to avoid the play-in, they're going to have to win these games, man. And they're on a 3-game losing streak. It's just tough times, man. This is more than likely the last run. This is the last run of that trio. Steph, Klay, Draymond. Because Draymond, after this season, he's gone. He's more than likely out of here. But they had a great run, man. They had a great run. The one thing, once again, the one thing I would say is Steph Curry coming back, Steve Kerr shouldn't have just thrown him in the lineup because that disrupted the entire flow. Klay Thompson is looking like his old self. Jordan Poole is balling out. And Steph coming back disrupt that entire flow. And they've been losing ever since. But as always, man, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.